And do you just hate how reliable, feature-rich, secure, and high-quality modern smartphones are? Well, don't worry, because I have just a solution for you. Because sure, modern smartphones, they're all well and good, but there's one very important thing they're missing. Freedom. And some mad lad calling himself the world's youngest Bitcoin millionaire, whatever that means, has decided to take on the challenge himself to create the most free of all phones in the world, which is quite rightly titled the Freedom Phone. So yes, it is pretty much just a phone for the most paranoid people out there who think the government is spying on them. So actually it's a pretty solid product for today's time, seeing how, well, sadly, those kind of people are growing in numbers every single day. So the Freedom Phone is basically every single Linux user stereotype rolled into one singular smartphone. It uses its own specialized blend of only the most private of Linux distros, plus every single component is checked to make sure it's 100% secure, whatever that means. Plus with it you get tons of pre-installed apps you've never heard of, so they're probably not any good, and also apps like Fortnite. Yes, the Freedom Phone comes with Fortnite pre-installed. So the phone targeted towards people who always complain that Windows comes pre-installed with useless games. Yeah, they're getting Fortnite pre-installed. That's not even mentioning the fact that it apparently has an uncensorable app store, which just basically means that tons of juicy legal stuff is going to show up in there in no time. But maybe there's some greater plan to all this madness, you know, because it's clear that every single part of this phone has been so carefully planned out and designed. For example, this Erik guy also realized that you really shouldn't be sourcing your phones from China, because who knows what the CCP is throwing into your phone. After all, what kind of crazy tracking technology could be in your phone without you even realizing? So that's why Erik, in his quest to make this phone scream freedom, decided to manufacture this phone in only the most free place of all, Hong Kong. What is essentially a Chinese puppet state. Yes, granted, it is not technically mainland China, but that's kind of like the difference between England and Wales. Oh, and the best part is that, yes, these phones are being manufactured in Hong Kong, but the company that actually manufactures them, well, their HQ is in Shenzhen, China. I have a feeling that Erik went into this really wanting to make sure that this phone is even made in some very trustworthy country, but then realized that the West is basically enslaved to China's manufacturing superiority, so he just decided to do the next best thing and make it in a China that's not really China part of China. And all of this and nothing more can be yours for just $500, even though there's already evidence piling on that there's just a rebranded version of another phone that's already available on AliExpress for way less. Yikes. If you can tell, this thing is kind of a scam, and it's clearly just meant to target the most paranoid people among us right now. The kind of people who already use Linux distros and won't touch anything that's proprietary, even with a 10-foot pole. And even though this thing is a clear scam, you still know, given the state of the world, that this thing is going to sell very well in certain circles. Those circles being the paranoid anti-vaxxers, and of course, terrorists. So let me know what you think of the Freedom Phone. Let me know if I should buy one just to make fun of it on this channel. Also, while you're here, if you want to support the channel monetarily so I can make more awesome videos for you guys in the future, then make sure to check out my Patreon down in the video description below, because even $1 a month goes a long way in helping out this channel. I'd also love to thank my patrons Gavin Burns, Ryan, LKB, Meg Sumner, Blake the Rake, Shane Allcroft, and Lance B. Thank you guys so much. Your support truly goes a long way. Then there's also our Amazon socials links if you want to pick up an actually decent phone. Plus down there's also our Discord server if you want to talk to me or others like this or whatever else really. Plus down there's also our social media links if you want to talk to me on there instead. But anyway, that's about it, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to subscribe, like, whatever, and I'll see you all in whatever I make next. Goodbye everyone, goodbye.